Hey, this is Dave Wise. We're in Florida looking at a number of cars. This is going to be a continuation of profiling the 1971 Hemi Cuda convertible. That's believed to be the very first one built. We have a Wise validation report on it. Been recently updated, and it's 86 pages. So I'm going to go over and look at the bubble and the air cleaner. So let's take a look at the base plate. It's original. You can see the markings on the studs. You can tell it's a 1970. There is the vacuum hose fitting. There are the feet. You can tell by the spot welds it's an original one. Bell cranks, all original. The grounding tab in between the carburetors. The drains, where the drain tubes go. This is the shaker bubble, very original. You can see the overspray. You can see the ground straps. You can see the hot and cold air doors. This primer that you see around the edge is very indicative of an original bubble. That noise in the background is the pinball machines are coming to life. There's the other pinball machines that are making racket. It's a great place to look at cars. I love coming to this facility, and the assortment of cars is amazing. But let's get back on point, back to the Hemi Cuda again. Let's go over the bubble. Again, you're looking at a very original bubble. There is the part number, 3418657 Pentastar, the vendor, 85148. If you're trying to recreate your bubble to look like it came out of the factory new, this is what it should look like from the bottom. Should spend as much care and time on the bottom as you do the top. Top is extremely nice. Trying to do that one-handed, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful finish on it. Bell crank again, original bell crank has never been off, you can tell by the welds. Top side is finished exquisitely well. All the keepers, proper nuts. The seal. The air filter, proper. We'll look at the inside. Take a peek. So this is an aftermarket unit. You can tell by the mesh pattern It's not picking up very well versus the square pattern. The original ones had a square pattern for the mesh, and these of course are more of a diamond shape. So let's move back to the Hemi. Again, just a refresher, 1971 Hemi. We've got the air cleaner off. We will take a peek there in a minute. This is a real pleasure to go through this vehicle. I've gone through it multiple times, and it's always a pleasure to take a look at it. Paint job is wonderful. Was recently painted. Finishes like a mirror. Trunk, the jack, we just put that back a minute ago. We need to get that orderly again. Cover will be back on the vehicle. Proper configuration of the bottom side of the trunk. Wheels and tires are proper. Let's take a closer look at the engine compartment. Fender tag is original, it's in our report. It's taken off while the vehicle's stored. You hate to lose the original trim tag. All the numbers are proper. The number locations, dial stamp numbers are proper for the vehicle. Distributor is perfect. Tag is in the back. Carburetors, ML9 4742S. There is the intake manifold with the P right below the 8 at 278054. You can see a P stamped in there. You'll always see the P stamped somewhere on these style manifolds. Original alternator. Oil filter cap is not correct, but it's very close to the original one. Great attention to detail. You've seen my other videos talking about those 3 dimples. You know, as you get into the production, get into later production, you know, you'll see, you know, the 5 dimples appear. So as you can see in the report, again, 86 pages, very, very typical of one of our reports. You got general photos, a narrative of the vehicle, the discoveries, any conditions. You know, this one overall condition is 1.0. We look at all the welds. This is just some random pictures. We go through the provenance of the vehicle. All the welds are checked. Dial stamp numbers are checked. Floor pan, A pillar, B pillars, a summary of the actual locations. We do this on all of our hands-on, and we only do hands-on validations. Serial numbers of the engine. Again, we outline where all the dial-out stamp numbers are, compare it to our master. We check the VIN on the unit, standard course of action, detail out the trim tag, detail out all the components of the motor, photograph them, top side, bottom side, engine compartment. We annotate parts and pieces, date codes, transmission, go through the transmission, case casting, axle, record all the markings that are found on the axle, leaf springs, narrative of parts and pieces. We include this in all of our reports. Inner fenders, we look for all of the supports, inner and outer frame rails. We're looking for the proper 1970 K-frame dates, et cetera, et cetera. So this goes on. I won't bore you with all the information in here. It's a bit repetitive, but it is 86 pages of documentation on this vehicle. These reports are second to none. This is an elite report. The only report that is actually larger than this one and more comprehensive is our platinum report. The only time we do a platinum report is when we're involved with the car from start to finish. And there's plenty of vehicles that we're working on right now today that we are the project manager for, that we will have from start to finish. Those will be platinum level validations. We'll share with you some of those in the future. So it's important that you subscribe to our channel if you want to get notified when those are released. They'll be released over the next month or so, as well as we'll share other videos of vehicles that we've looked at. This is June the 10th, and this year we've completed over 45 elite level reports on vehicles. And we will share most of those, the ones that our clients will allow us to share. We have some of our clients that are in our private client group that would prefer not to share their reports. And of course, we honor their wishes. We have non-disclosures with many of our private clients. So, we can share bits and pieces, but there will be no sharing of the complete report unless we get written permission from our private clients. So thank you very much, sir, for subscribing to our channel. Hope you enjoy this. Stay tuned for more information on great Mopars.